The working group meeting which is going to be held at Siliguri, Darjeeling from 1st April to 4th April. The first tourism working group meeting we had at Run of Kutch between 7th to 9th February. It was a very successful meeting. Next slide please. So the 1st April we arrive at Siliguri and we have this program for the day 1. So after the arrival we have on the first day a side event on adventure tourism, because we feel adventure tourism also has a lot of relevance for sustainable development goal. Adventure tourism happens in remote areas, adventure tourism develops facilities in remote areas, the communities which are not very advanced also benefit from that. So how adventure tourism can lead to sustainable development goals, that is our objective and theme of the side event. And also India has huge potential for adventure tourism, and so we want to highlight indirectly India's potential at such a forum. So all international delegates will participate. We will have our industry also, Adventure Tourism Operator Association of India will be participating. 5 countries will share their plans and what they are doing in adventure tourism. So it will give an international perspective. We also have International Adventure Tourism Association, the president and maybe now the vice president, he will be coming. So he'll also deliver a keynote, what is happening at the global level in adventure tourism, and obviously will benefit from the context of India also.
Along with local tour operators.
Yes, sir. And then we have dedicated one day.
Go back to the previous slide. So, adventure tourism, and then the other highlight of the area is tea estates. So, the delegates will have an experience of moonlight tea leaf plucking.
Because Siliguri and Darjeeling, that area is very famous for tea estates. There are 87 tea estates for in that area, and so that experience also will be a very unique experience for G20 delegates. So that's also part of our program. Next. On the second day we have, this is on the second day we have this inaugural session where we would have a special guest, a Union Minister will be participating, our Chief Coordinator from G20 Secretary, apart from our Secretary Tourism, they will be addressing, and Honorable Tourism Minister. So that's the inaugural program. And then we have 2 working sessions. So on the first working session, we have the first draft outcome that we are seeking, which is about using tourism as a vehicle for sustainable development goals. So we will discuss that draft report in the first tourism working group meeting, in the first session of the second meeting. And also we will have a small discussion on, little open discussion about the priorities, about sustainable development goals and how tourism fits into it. The second working session, as you understand, we have 5 priorities during India's G20 presidency. Green tourism, digitalization, skills, tourism MSMEs and destination management. So further taking forward our discussion, we would organize this session with other countries sharing their position on this. So these countries have given their consent to lead these presentations. So they will be sharing their perspective on these themes, what they feel are the global challenges in these, how these themes can be developed. And then we have discussion, question answers, and so evolving these themes and getting a global perspective on these 5 priorities which have been set by India. And then we have, we close for the day that official tourism working group meeting. Then we give them exposure to local art, craft. So there will be stalls, there will be local craftsmen, and so they will get involved with that. We will also have certain bilateral meetings with other countries, and then there is a cultural night and gala dinner. Next. And parallel to that, we also have on day 2 further deliberations on adventure tourism and looking at the potential of adventure tourism in India, because we will have a lot of industry delegates, we will have ambassadors, we will have even, we are focusing on Northeast also, because Northeast also for adventure tourism, nature tourism is really a big potential. So we are inviting all northeastern states to share their plans for adventure tourism, take feedback from industry, and benefit from the experts that will be available there. So the parallel to the tourism working group, we will also continue our discussions around adventure tourism there. The third day is when we are taking everyone to Darjeeling, and they will have this toy ride,
This is the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So.
which is a big attraction there. So they will ride this at home station, then they go to the Tashiya Loop, and then Darjeeling also they do. So about half an hour ride they will have. There is an old property of which was used to be Raj Bhavan, and it's again a very old style building, and a good place to host them for lunch. And we will
Good
take
view of
them
Mount Kanchenjunga.
Yes, so it's a very heritage building, a lot of history with this building. And then we take them to Mall Road and Chaurasta. And so we give them cultural function, and Chaurasta also gives a very good view of the mountain peaks, and so they'll get that exposure also, and maybe interact with the tourists. And this is, and then after that, we come back to Siliguri, and the next day we come back to Delhi. So broadly, this is the program for the second tourism working group meeting. One district, one product, souvenirs, the handicrafts. So we have identified some of them which we give as gifts to G20 delegates. To
Local ODOP products, one district, one product.
So let's say these have been selected. This is from Kalimpong district, Malda district, Burdwan district,
Bankura.
So this is in brief for the program, and we are all aware for it.
Right at Chiakuti, first day, adventure tourism, not for the inaugural. So thank you, welcome. We all have, we must have been following the first working group which happened at the Run of Kutch, which was a very successful event thanks to the efforts of all concerned from the Government of India, other ministries, the G20 Secretariat and the State Government of Gujarat. So all the delegates, we had very active participation. They endorsed our 5 key priorities, and during the first session of the first meeting of the working group. And also we organized side events on 2 very relevant themes for Run of Kutch, which were rural tourism and archaeological tourism. And the delegates had a chance to experience the rural tourism at the tent city Dhordo, and also the archaeological tourism at the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Dholavira. So the delegates had a very good experience, not only substantively but also engaging with the local facilities available at Dhordo and Dholavira. And we are planning to now, for the second working group, take up the substantive discussion forward on the 5 key themes. The UNWTO will present a operational paper on how to take these themes forward, because they are our knowledge partners for this, the UN World Tourism Organization. Their representatives from Spain will be traveling for this. And the Government of India has nominated Union Minister of State for Minority Affairs, Union Minister for Culture, Tourism will also be there. The state government is supporting us in all the infrastructure development, organizing local side events, organizing cultural events, and organizing local handicrafts and other facilities. The required law and order and the sprucing up of the area, all that the state government is helping us. Honorable Governor has made available the facilities at Raj Bhavan, Darjeeling, and he's probably going to be present during the lunch. So we are getting very active support from all the parts of the state government of West Bengal, and we are hoping that we'll have a very good substantive discussion, and also we will be able to highlight the important aspects of adventure tourism, the tea estates, and of course the UNESCO World Heritage Site of the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway to all the delegates will be there. So thank you, and if you have any questions.
सर आपके प्रेजेंटेशन में कुछ स्किल्स ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया का प्रेजेंटेशन था, इसमें होगा, और इंडोनेशिया का कुछ था, इसके बारे में थोड़ा बताएंगे आप?
वो प्रेजेंटेशन करेंगे ना, हम कैसे बताएं। हर विषय पे जो G20 के जो कम टू दैट स्लाइड वो दिखाओ। हर विषय पे क्या होता है कि एक तो ट्रॉयका होती है कि पिछले साल इंडोनेशिया प्रेसिडेंट थी, अभी हम प्रेसिडेंट है, उसके बाद अगले साल ब्राजील, तो ये अपना मत रखते हैं। 5 जो थीम्स मैंने रखा, उसके बाद उनके देशों में इस पे क्या अनुभव है, क्या बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस है, ये साझा करते हैं। तो जैसे वो आप देख रहे हैं स्किल्स, तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया उसमें बताएंगे कि उन्होंने अपने देश में क्या किया इस विषय में, टूरिज्म क्षेत्र में स्किल्स को बढ़ावा देने के लिए, पर्यटन में उन्होंने अपने देश में क्या किया, जिससे और देश सीख ले सकते हैं और आगे क्या करना चाहिए, उनकी जो समस्याएं होंगी, क्या अड़चन होगी, क्योंकि ऑस्ट्रेलिया में पर्यटन का अलग स्वरूप है, इंडोनेशिया में अलग है। तो अब इंडोनेशिया टूरिज्म MSMEs पे प्रेजेंट करेगा, तो वो बताएगा कि अपने देश में लघु और सीमांत उद्योग के इस क्षेत्र में लोगों को विकास करने के लिए क्या उन्हें बाधाएं आई, क्या अड़चने आई, उस पर मात देकर उन्होंने कैसे किया और क्या सीख है अन्य देशों के लिए, जो हम आगे इस क्षेत्र में विकास करना चाह सकते हैं, उनसे सीख ले। तो ये है, तो सब देश अपने अपने अनुभव का साझा करेंगे। तो आपने देखा ग्रीन टूरिज्म पे टर्की बोल रहा है, डिजिटलाइजेशन पे सऊदी अरेबिया बोल रहा है। सऊदी अरेबिया कुछ वर्ष पहले G20 का अध्यक्ष, उसने G20 के माध्यम को बहुत अच्छे से ये करके काफी पूंजी निवेश किया अपने पर्यटन में, तो वो अपने अनुभव जो है हमसे शेयर।
Sir, how many delegates are expected?
See, totally there are 19 G20 countries, plus we have 9 inviting countries, which India has specially invited.
19 plus 9.
Plus 9, plus India, so 29.
India is the host. So
India is host, so 19 plus 9, plus we have 4 international organizations like ILO, World Bank, OECD, UNEP, UNWTO. So these international organizations will be also come. So all told, we expect about 50 to 60 international
delegates. 50 delegates are expected to even the
50, 60 international delegates. Then we'll have representatives from the G20 Secretariat, the Ministry of Tourism, the state government, then industry representatives of India, and then also some state governments which will come.
venue is equipped to handle that kind of crowd.
See, an assessment of all the venues has been done, that they are able to, they have the adequate area and then accommodation facilities. The recce teams have gone there twice or thrice already. So first recce team did the initial assessment, and after that the venue was zeroed in. Second recce team went and saw all the venues and has assessed. So we have done it in a tent city at Dhordo. So this is an actual functional, fully fledged hotel which is working with adequate convention space.
कभी रूरल डेवलपमेंट से रिलेट करता है कोई प्रमोशन?
एडवेंचर टूरिज्म करता है ना। एडवेंचर टूरिज्म जो है स्थानिक स्तर पे हिल ट्रैकिंग रूट्स के बारे में बात करेगा। ट्रैकिंग रूट्स जहाँ होंगे वहाँ होम स्टेज डेवलप होगी, तो एडवेंचर टूरिज्म उसे डील करता है।
Sir, when you talk of adventure tourism and focus on the northeastern states, there are a lot of states which also see deployments by the army, especially that are along the border. So, do you also intend to put forth some opening up of those areas for tourists? Or are you already?
So this press conference is on the G20.
Will this
What are we doing? What are we doing for the G20 agenda? Now, broadly, what we are doing is our tourism policy separately. We'll talk separately.
But when that is coming up expected?
What?
National tourism policy long awaited.
Shortly.
Do you think you don't require the parliament approval for that?
We need the national government's approval, the union cabinet and other levels of approval.
So can you give us an hazard guess at this point?
We are at the final stages of consultation, so all I can say is as soon as possible.
So you're taking these people to the tea gardens for that moonlight. So this is any particular gardens? Like in Darjeeling you have champagne tea. So are you taking them to?
No, we are in consultation with the local government. We are selecting the proper tea garden where it will be available.
And then we have Tiger Hill when you're talking about the heritage side. So Tiger Hill, have you kept it there? Tiger Hill is, I think, the point where the train moves, and there's a sunrise or sunset point.
We are, as I said, on the train route. We are traveling from Ghum railway station, which is at the bottom, traveling up to Darjeeling. Batasia Loop is where they're stopping.
That is, I think, possibly
That
that.
Batasia Loop has the best view
Right, sir.
of Kanchenjunga and everything. I've personally gone there and seen.
And the local population, how do you get them involved in these kind of events?
So
there,
local
sir?
population, there is a lot of Jan Bhagidari events which are happening already in terms of competitions and other things which are already happening. The main idea is to involve the local tour operators, so they'll be totally involved in the side event, and they are the ones who will gain from the G20 event there. So the local tour operators will be involved in that, and also in their interaction the next day with the Indian industry and the union minister when they are there. Because the union minister, after the inaugural session, will be physically present. He will interact with industry and local tour operators. So that will also help the local population.
So agri and ecotourism will also be there. Tea gardens. So
Yes. Because a lot of the tea gardens themselves and the private sector are building new accommodation facilities within the tea estates. So, bungalows or small boutique hotels, that's popularly known as tea tourism, that you stay in the garden and you enjoy the location. In fact, the side event which is being held on adventure tourism is in a hotel which is in a tea estate.
इससे क्या लोकल टूरिस्ट भी एनकरेज होगा नॉर्थ ईस्ट की तरफ जाने के लिए, जो जिस तरीके से इंटरनेशनल इवेंट आप वहाँ पर कर रहे हैं, सो फर्स्ट टाइम उस तरीके से नॉर्थ ईस्ट में
करेंगे ना, क्योंकि अब जो हमारे वेबसाइट पे इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया वेबसाइट पे उसका प्रचार होगा, राज्य सरकार के माध्यम से उसका प्रचार होगा। तो कई अब जैसे मुझे या आपको नहीं पता थी चीजें वहाँ उपलब्ध हैं, वो भी और लोगों को पता होगी। उससे निश्चित है कि उसके बारे में जिज्ञासा और जानकारी लोगों में बढ़ेगी, उत्सुकता बढ़ेगी।
क्या भारत सरकार नॉर्थ ईस्ट को प्रमोट करने के लिए टूरिज्म का कोई स्पेशल पैकेज ऑफर कर रहे हैं इस तरीके से? कोई
नॉर्थ ईस्ट के टूरिज्म को प्रमोट करने के लिए हम अलग विषय उस पर चर्चा करेंगे, G20 से संबंधित नहीं, बट ये जरूर है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट में काफी एम्फोसिस दिया गया है इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए, कनेक्टिविटी के लिए। नए एयरपोर्ट्स आ गए हैं, नए हाईवेज वहां बने हैं, रेलवे पॉइंट्स अब हर राज्य में आ गए हैं, तो उससे यातायात की सुविधा बढ़ी है जो पर्यटन को बढ़ावा देती है। उसके अलावा हमारे द्वारा और डोनर जो मंत्रालय है दोनों के द्वारा व्यापक रूप से पर्यटन से संबंधित इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के प्रोजेक्ट्स को फंड किया गया पिछले 7-8 वर्षों में, जिसकी जानकारी आप ले सकते हैं। तो निश्चित ये जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और कनेक्टिविटी की इम्प्रूवमेंट और टूरिज्म प्रोजेक्ट्स का है, उससे बढ़ावा मिल रहा है। उसके साथ निजी क्षेत्र से भी जब मैं बात करता हूँ, तो निजी क्षेत्र भी व्यापक रूप से नई सुविधाएं अकोमोडेशन की और अन्य सुविधाओं को खोल रहा है। इससे लगता है कि एक वातावरण वहां पोषक बन रहा है पर्यटन।
फिल्म इंडस्ट्री भी ऑफर कर रहे हैं, फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के लिए भी, शूटिंग के लिए भी स्टेट्स वगैरह बहुत सारे ऑफर्स कर रहे हैं।
Anybody else? This exhibition that will be open for general public, what would be the criteria of entry, some registration?
So there is a small exhibition by G20 Secretariat to educate public about G20, what are the objectives, what is our theme, what are our priorities. So we'll start at Chaurasta, which is that area, the first day. Then maybe because of rains etc. there is another hall district administration is suggesting where we will move. So this will be available for 3-4 days. The school children can come, others can come and see and learn about G20 presidency.
So it will be open to anyone, no fees, no fees, free entry.
और सर ये G20 जो है इंडिया के टूरिज्म को बढ़ावा देने के लिए कितना मददगार होगा?
बहुत मददगार होगा, क्योंकि अब 55 स्थानों पे बैठकें हो रही हैं, तो हम ये विश्व पटल पे सिद्ध कर देंगे ना कि हम अच्छे अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर की बैठकें इन 55 जगहों पे कर सकते हैं।
मेरे ख्याल से भारत में ये पहला अंतर्राष्ट्रीय ऐसा कोई सम्मेलन हो रहा है जो स्प्रेड किया गया ऑल ओवर, फर्स्ट एफर्ट।
अंडमान में हो रहा है, लक्षद्वीप में हो रहा है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में हो रहा है, उत्तर भारत में हो रहा है, दक्षिण में हो रहा है, पश्चिम में हो रहा है, पूर्व में हो रहा है,
क्योंकि ये सेंट्रलाइज नहीं है।
तो भारत के हर 55 ठिकानों पे 200 बैठकें हो रही है, तो व्यापक रूप से देश और विदेश में एक संदेश जाएगा कि हमारे पास वो सुविधा है कि हम इस तरह के विश्व स्तर के कन्वेंशन और मीटिंग्स यहाँ कर सकते हैं। धन्यवाद।
ये अभी दे देंगे हम आपको।
मिल जाता है।